So I just did my first Potter. I had to do it because I was talking for quite a while. I forgot a few parts too, so I mentioned that too. So this is the second part of Avengers Endgame. That's a great movie, man. Guys, go watch the first one before this one because you won't understand what I'm saying. So watch the first one, then watch this one. Okay, go ahead. Did you watch it? Okay, good. Okay, so what I was saying was, Thanos came back to the present day, but he is from 2012, where he sent Loki to grab the Tesseract. Yes, the Tesseract, because as someone has said in a theory or something, take this one into an example. People are explaining Thanos had to have the Mind Stone because he actually, someone said how he's so smart just like Tony is because he probably used the Mind Stone too. So, and it would make sense because he gave it to Loki to use the Mind Stone against the Avengers in the first Avengers movie. And that's where like Hawkeye gets controlled. So yeah, so 2012 Thanos comes to the present time where in this timeline he's actually dead, but his past self is in the present time, who is just trying to kill or trying to be God, kind of, as what he said in the movie. He's trying to become like God, try to like give people life and take life too. And in this movie, he has this double-edged sword, and it was amazing too, man. It's amazing. Somehow that sword broke Captain's shield, and this is the part in the trailer where we actually kind of see a few parts, like where Scott Lang is very small and he is jumping around. He actually becomes big in the end scene. Fucking great. I like it that. He punches one of those like whale space things. I don't know what they're called. I know they are like from the Terrari. I know I'm butchering that name very well. I know that for a fact. But Scott saves Rocket, War Machine, Nebula. I know I'm saying that name correctly. Wrong. So don't at me, okay? Nebula. Okay. Shut up. But Thanos does break Captain's shield, and then this I love this because then Doctor Strange comes into place and teleports the whole Wakanda army to this battle. Falcon introduces himself in a fucking neat way in Captain America Winter Soldier, when I think it's the movie how it begins, I think. Or the Washington running scene. Captain, every time when he walked past Sam, or ran past Sam, towards your left, that's what he would say. When Captain takes his shield and he makes it tighter, that's when we hear something in Captain's ear. And then we hear it's Sam's voice. So Sam's back in the world. He lost 5 years. Spider-Man has come back. Everybody, Wong, the kind of person who helped Doctor Strange in the movie to defeat, what's his name? The big guy who's like, I don't know. Editor, if you can find the name, what I'm talking about. Okay, thank you. But everybody comes back in this war to fight Thanos and his army too, and his Black Order of his children. Yeah, they are back too, surprisingly. And a lot of the scenes in this movie are freaking, like, I didn't want it to end. I really didn't. And sadly, we do see one scene what I will mention very soon. And when this fight does happen, again, like how Falcon introduces himself back to the movie, he, again, when Captain's tying his shield, he hears Sam say, towards your left. He's like, what the hell? And then Captain just turns, and then he's like, hey, your other left. And then that's where Sam flies out of the portal of what Doctor Strange gave all of them to walk through to get to that time. Oh my god. I was happy to see everybody. Oh my god. But sadly, Vision is dead. Loki's dead. As what they said, everybody who died before the snap is completely dead. So Vision's dead. Loki's dead. Half of the Thor's city's dead. And they actually, and we do see Thor as a big, fat, drunk ass motherfucker who is, he's fat. He has long hair now. He has a fucking big ass beard. And he, for the half of the movie, he's not really doing anything. He's just giving humor for the movie. I had no dislikes about this movie, except maybe that. Like, they really gave Thor not a lot of stuff to do. He was mostly the person who would try to have humor in this movie, or it had to be something what was, like, they didn't really do a lot with Thor until the end, and that's where he did do one thing, and he was the God of Thunder. Plus, Captain 2. So, Thanos does die. He does. And the sad part is, we don't have Tony. Now, even this is the one fight, as towards again, Infinity War, they do mention there's only one. They win. And he asks Doctor Strange, is this the one we win? And Doctor Strange will not tell him until Doctor Strange looks at him and puts out one finger. Because he can't tell Tony what is going to happen, because it might not happen if Tony knows. And that's where Tony does take his life. And I kind of thought it was going to come to that towards the first 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of the movie, because they were talking about you give a soul to take a soul. And I said to my friend Travis, I kind of thought they were doing that. Towards the first beginning, Tony had to lose a lot. He came back 5 years later. He has a daughter, Morgan, and Pepper Potts. And he sadly dies by dusting away Thanos and his army. And I thought it should have been Cap. I thought Cap should have died and Tony should survive but retire. It's the opposite. I felt so sad because I was putting myself in that shoes. If that was me, I would do what Tony did. Take a life to give life. And sadly, he does go out in a fucking fantastic way. He gets all the stones. When he comes at Thanos, he thinks he has all the stones and says, no one's gonna miss you. And nothing happens. And he looks at Tony. Tony has all the stones in his own thing, because they actually make a gauntlet by his own armor. And he says, I am Iron Man. And he snaps the whole army out, including Thanos. And I can't describe the feeling, because I didn't want him to die. I'm going to say this. I wanted Captain to die. Now, I'm a big Captain fan, but I thought it should be the opposite around. Captain should have taken his life, like in the first Avengers. The first Captain America, he was protecting his own soldiers, and he jumped on the grenade. That should be him, not Captain. No, not Tony, sorry. And I was sad because I was truly thought Captain was going to die. Tony had a lot of stuff to lose. He just got back Peter Parker, his son kind of, to him. and he just lost his whole life, his future, with his daughter and his wife, Pepper. Tony defeated the whole battle by one thing, and that was the snap. I'll give him credit. I felt so sad because he just had a life, and he's now gone. And after the war, well, after the battle mostly, Thanos is gone, his army's gone, the Sons are putting back into their own timeline where they first took them. That's where Captain does the unthinkable, what I kind of had the idea of doing. I had this theory in mind where he does go back, but he doesn't return. And that's what happens. Towards the end, he does take back the hammer, what Thor did take in his other timeline in around the second movie of Thor. That's where he takes his hammer to the present timeline. And when Captain does take back the stones, it's very fast. And when they try to get him back, they don't come back. He doesn't come back. And they kind of see someone near the water, and that's where Bucky kind of says, "Hey, Sam, look over there." And they find out he actually stayed around that time when he should have been in the ice. He stayed for Carter. He married her, had a life, what Tony actually said to Captain to do. Take or have a family, do that. And he wanted to try it, and it's sad to kind of say, and by the way, when Sam, Falcon, and Bucky do see Captain, he's like 80 years old. He's about to die, kind of. And he passes the shield on to Falcon, where it should have been Bucky, I would say that, but in comics, they both become Captain America. And that's where the story kind of ends, really. It's just sad to kind of say, it should have been Tony who survived and Captain who should die. And again, I put myself in the same shoes. I would do that for my friends. I would. If I can take that person's life and I can give life, I would do that. But I love this movie, guys, so much to the point I cried a few times where Black Widow did die, where Tony did die. I cried, dude, when they showed he's really dead. And it's just a great movie because even though it's 3 hours long, dude, I only went to the bathroom once. I only did. But I really love this movie, guys. People would say, there was no time. It was never boring. It was never boring, really. I would say 10 out of 10. I don't think there is any possible way they can make this better. It's great to be the final Avengers because sadly, Hawkeye's probably gonna retire. Tony's dead. Captain's done. Banner's probably done too, but he's mostly the only Avenger left, maybe, except Thor. Thor does go, and as they actually do show, Thor actually goes with the Guardians. And that's a thing what I really liked. Plus, it was just a great movie. They kind of give, Thor will be with them to the second one. Well, the third movie of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you did like. If you want to hit the like button, go ahead. If you guys are a brand new subscriber to my channel, hit the subscription button to be one of my subs. And if you guys want to get my bell, hit the bell to get any of my notifications when I do pick up a brand new video. And hope you guys enjoy. And always, I hope you did like this movie review because I fucking loved it. Hope you guys enjoy. And always, have a nice day. Bye.